Maybe because of the culture that we grew up from, we always have stories of one champion, insurmountable people in history. I heard that story that he was riding on a horse during war and somebody cut off his head and he cut the head of the other person with his head gone, removed that person's head and put it on his head and kept going. Funny enough, people have also used that same idea to emphasize the fathers of faith in Nigeria. People have mentioned miracles that Babalola never did. If the Archbishop was in Nigeria, Tinubu would not be doing this. When the Archbishop was in power, Abacha was there. The Archbishop died. Abacha was still there. And I'm grateful for their contribution to the body, but I'm trying to emphasize to us that we know how to exaggerate stories to emphasize one man. So we emphasize my personal relationship with God, and that's great, very important. But the core of the gospel, if it is for devotion, it is personal. But at the core of the gospel, God did not design it to be one man. It is if God finds a people, not a man. And we must emphasize that on all flesh, not some people. All flesh. From a standpoint of consecration, it is an audience of one. So if there are few people or there are many people, you preach to the glory of God. But as touching the matter of the gospel, I want you to burn it in your spirit that numbers are important. God was not dull when he was saying 3,000 souls were won. And we are being more spiritual than God. What God will say, like Peter, will look at God and say not so. Say numbers are important.